Football is joining the computer generation, and the Michigan program is at the head of the class. By going high-tech in their video coaching department, the Wolverines have taken the lead in that area. Using a computer program developed by a company called Athletech, Michigan can now interface with a series of VCRs and break down an entire game of theirs or their opponents into specific teaching or scouting modules that put them way ahead of everyone else in the all-important area of preparation. Just how good is this system? Well, it's just about the best there is.
There are similar systems around the country. The pros are using that. Michigan's system is the largest video system and most flexible that we know of. They can take a videotape and make 6 copies at once, 6 edited copies. They can put together all the running plays or all the passing plays. All of that's computer controlled, and put that all together on one tape, and they can then take that tape and make copies. They can do 4 copies at a time and then distribute to the coaches. So on a Saturday afternoon, by halftime, they're already at work putting this together after a game. And by that evening, the coaches all have their tapes in hand.
Coaches are notorious for making wild requests for just about every tiny variation in an opponent's offensive or defensive package. In the old days, they might drive the video guys crazy, but no longer. With a few keystrokes on the computer, Michigan's Phil Bromley can search a game, pull out what the coach wants, tell the computer where to send it, and just like that, you've got a scouting tape. And as a bonus, this system can find a number of different coaching requests, separate them out, and send them to different tapes, all in one pass.
If we wanted all the tight ends, all the 2 tight end sets, formations, we wanted all of Bunch's carries, if we wanted cheerleaders at halftime, you know, if we film that, we could dub it right out onto a tape. But usually, you know, they want a 1st and 10 passing tape, let's say, or a goal line tape, which is what everybody's going to want anyway. A goal line and short yardage, and so you've got your tapes that you know you're going to see every week, so you can always, you know, jump back and you know exactly what you need to get. And then there's some things you got to do through the computer to get it set up to pull out some other things. That's why this program that we have is really good in that respect.
Football coaching is incredibly high-tech. In fact, with the computer systems that they use here, if you watch again on a Saturday afternoon, they're logging in every play and what's happening on every play, so they can evaluate the game after. And this is all tied in with the video system. 5 years ago, this would not have been capable of, they couldn't have been capable of doing this.
You hear Carl talk about football coaches being high-tech. Mo, I take a look at you, and I got to be honest, you don't look like a high-tech kind of guy to me.
I don't know exactly what that means, Jim.
But people don't realize how important those scouting tapes are in preparing for a game, do they?
No, they don't. And we get carried away as coaches a little bit because we'll have 30-some breakdowns on defense and well over 20-some on offense. But you get an idea, as Phil indicated, that you break down goal line, this situation, that situation. Now, the other thing he didn't say is we have 2 shots of every tape. So you also have to coordinate that. We have a side angle, which shows you every player, and then we have an end zone copy, which just shows you the interior line. And not only every play he's talking about, that's doubled. So the computer can sort all this out. It takes time, but the computer can sort it out.
Now, a lot of people have talked about guys like Tom Landry and the pros and Bill Walsh being these UNIVAC type guys and coaching by tendencies, and they program their first 25 plays and don't vary from that. Is that where coaching is going at your level?
I think to some degree, but you always have to be ready to change because the opponent is on the same list of the same line that you are, so he's going to throw you something different, so you have to be able to adjust it to game.
But subtle nuances of what you think might work and adjustments, you're not going to change your whole game plan or your offense or your defense, but adjustments based on their alignment or tendencies that they have, you can pick up out of a tape and turn into a victory maybe on Saturday?
Right, yeah, I think that's important. You got to be ready to make the adjustments, but you also have to study people. And really what we do, it's a computer rather than giving you a printout of something, you put it in visual. I mean, it's a visual film, so everybody can see it. And the kids like to study this too, but that's the only difference. Rather than reading it, you're watching it on TV, and obviously it helps us a great deal.